local real estate title and escrow company based in downtown Panama City. Berg Title knows the community inside out. They handle everything from title searches to escrow services with expertise. Honest, reliable, and here to make your real estate journey smooth. Remember, it's Berg Title. Call them at 850-250-2900. That's Berg Title, your partner for a worry-free real estate experience in Panama City and Panama City Beach.
That boot store reminds you that it doesn't hurt to give something stylish and practical on Valentine's Day. Just think, fellas, what she's gonna look like in that special Western outfit. Wow. Ladies, he'll look sharp in those jeans and new hat, too. Okay, fellas, to be on the safe side and not be sleeping on the couch, that boot store suggests that you complement that Western outfit with some lovely flowers, candy, or romantic card. Maybe all three. Just a suggestion from that boot store. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City.
Bestway Portable Buildings has been your portable building specialist since 1989. Before you invest your hard-earned money someplace else, owner Jason Mulder invites you to stop by Bestway and get a quote on just about any size building. And whether you buy with Bestway or not, it's worth the trip just to meet Bestway Buddy. Say hello, buddy. Good boy. Bestway Portable Buildings, just north of Hartz Marine on 231, and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. The best in portable, period. Tell them Buddy sent ya.
Hi, this is Todd from PCB Hobby on Back Beach. Advertising with ESP in Northwest Florida has been a wonderful experience. Their staff is very knowledgeable and friendly. I've been advertising with ESP in Northwest Florida for 9 months, and the results have been profound. Traditional commercials, plus being on the air Mondays with the Afternoon Underdogs, allows us to connect with customers and listeners in a unique, compelling way exclusive to ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
You're home to the NFL. WGSX Lynn Haven. WVLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get ready.
Let's play the game.
Sports Talk Radio will never be the same.
I just don't think that anybody's going to succeed in that system.
It's a bad organization.
It's just a bad organization.
The Afternoon Underdogs.
Onion pickles, onions pickles.
Live and local.
Look, it's impressive.
On ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
What is going on, Northwest Florida? You are now riding with the Afternoon Underdogs, and this is ESPN Northwest Florida. I'm David Hayes, along with the Bone Crusher. Got a great show lined up for you this afternoon. We're going to be talking with RJ Starcevic in the 420 segment, talking NASCAR, getting you guys ready for the Clash. That'll be this week. I mean, all sorts of all-star events, even though the Clash is not necessarily the all-star event. It's not the all-star event at all for NASCAR. It is the preseason, the spring training, if you will. But we're going to chat with RJ, see what things have changed in NASCAR and what we can look forward to in the Clash, and I'll throw him a few drivers, and he'll tell me if they're going to thrive or take a dive at the Busch Light Clash there. And then at 4:40, we're going to be talking with the Gulf Coast State College head basketball coach for the Lady Commodores, Rory Kuhn. Find out what's going on new for them. They've got a week-long break. Their next game is going to be Wednesday against Chipola, so we'll be talking with Coach Kuhn about all things Gulf Coast Commodores and the fact that they are the number one team in the land. Top of our number 2, Mark McLeod is going to join us from the Gator Blitz, and we'll talk about what the Big Ten and the SEC are joining forces, what that could look like. Tennessee, Florida, Florida State. I think Ohio State's got some tampering issues going on, so we'll find out, get some thoughts from Mark McLeod there, and any other things going on in the college football world. And then at 5:20 and 5:40, it'll just be me, so I would appreciate you guys giving me some calls and texts throughout the show the entire afternoon today. Call in, man. Let's get you on the line. Thank you guys for riding along with us. 850-215-6290 is the number to call. We're also streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter, all at ESPN Northwest Florida. Last night at Frank Nelson Park, we had a good old-fashioned flag football game, and it was exciting. And I'm not just saying that because I was on the sidelines along with Coach Movey coaching them up, but my brother and Terry came to the game. Boston Tim was there. All of the parents. I mean, both sidelines were absolutely packed. In fact, the complex was absolutely packed last night at Frank Nelson. And after the game, just hey, even though we lost 20-18, very exciting game. And congratulations to the Southport Patriots. They did such a wonderful job, not only getting the lead, but once they got the lead, held on to it. And our guys did everything in their power to try to come back. Final score ended up being 20-18. We missed our 2-point conversion there at the end of the game. It was kind of like the Tennessee Titans and the St. Louis Rams, except for instead of Mike Jones tackling Kevin Dyson, it was, I believe, Griffin caught the ball last night and just got 1 yard short of a good 2-point conversion. So, hey, man, it was a heck of a game, and really just want to give a shout out to Southern Elite Sports for all that they do for the community. It was a great league. The referees doing such a great job trying to be consistent. Joey, who got the fields ready, lining up the fields, putting the pylons out, putting the scoreboards up, all of that stuff. The league cannot go on without those type of things happening, and especially the referees. I mean, how often do we see referees get into the profession or get into the volunteering of things, and then because from the sidelines, be it the coach, be it the family, whatever it may be, family and friends, whatever it may be, just sitting there arguing. And I get it, like you're invested into the game, but there's, we got to treat them with a little bit of grace because then they don't want to come back. The referees did such a great job. And a lot of these guys, and I don't know this for sure, but they haven't been refereeing for a long time. I'm sure you remember when you first started your job or whatever it is that you do, you made some mistakes along the way. And I would be surprised if you could tell me that you haven't made any mistakes in the last week or so. So good for you, man. I know that I do it all the daggum time, and it's incidentally. It's an accident. And that's what one of the things I was telling the kids last night when we were lined up right before we take the field for the second half is, hey, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. And instead of thinking about those mistakes that you made, what are you going to do to do it better next time? And that's the one of the beautiful things about sports that kind of lines up with how life works out, is you're going to mess up. It's okay. Don't focus on that. Focus on what it is that you can do better. And they did that. They dug deep, man. Me and Coach Mulvey telling them, look at Coach Mulvey telling them at halftime, look at what you guys did just last night. You were down a touchdown. And this was Wednesday night, and you bring the game into overtime, and then you win in overtime. Well, last night you were down 2 scores, so it's a little bit bigger of a comeback, but they still found a way to dig deep. They held their heads high at the end of the game. It was tough though, like the thing is, after a loss like that and you're seeing, the tears flowing, and it's like, man, I don't know if I've ever felt a heartbreak like that. You know what I mean? But they did such a great job. And again, another huge congratulations to the Southport Patriots for winning it. And then also to the coaching staff over there on that side. And then to the Titans from Wednesday night, because they moved that game. We were supposed to play on Tuesday. They moved that game so that Coach Ryan Mulvey could be there for Wednesday. And I want to give a thank you to everyone who came over there and showed Ryan support, and just let him know how much he means to you, how much he means to the team. I mean, my first practice there with Team Dynasty, just watching him talk to the kids, and then watching the kids respond to him, how he was invested in their growth and their progression, and I was locked in at that point. Like, okay, if you got these kids wanting to fight for you like that, let's go, man. I know that this season is going to be a blast. So I really, really appreciate Ryan Mulvey letting me come on with the staff, if you will, and it was a great time.
Let me ask you, what was the reaction when Coach Ryan Mulvey came back onto the field days after having a brain tumor removed? Yeah.
So Wednesday night, whenever he's getting ready to pull up, we're all kind of out there tossing around. It wasn't even a pigskin. It was one of those Nerf balls with the with like the fins on the back of it, and when you throw it, it whistles or whatever. So we're out there tossing that up, and then tossing that around. He pulls up, and the entire group just swarms over to the car. I just man, and
nice.
I don't think that you can really put into words the emotions surrounding that game in general. And I think he was feeling those as well. It was It was a little bit different the way that we had to go about doing it. Like you just mentioned, he just got done having surgery, so it was a little bit more difficult for him to be as mobile as what he wanted to be, which made it interesting. It made it fun. Let me say this: it gave me some exercise. It gave me some exercise. Basically, he would call the play. Last night we had walkie-talkie, so that made it a lot easier. Right. But the night before that, he would be in his chair, and so I would run over there to him, get the play call, run it over to the kids, and then I was feeling very healthy after Wednesday evening. Yeah, but no, he did a great job, and you just talk about strength. And then I also want to... for Liam in that situation, the son of this, you see, it's for all the other kids, it's a coach had surgery, but Liam is seeing it way more than everyone else, and I know that he was dealing with it, and for him to put that aside for the hour, 2 hours that he did it in total with the 2 games, just very, very impressive to me, man. Very impressive to me. In fact, the whole squad, the parents of Team Dynasty, of the youngins on Team Dynasty, did a wonderful, an excellent job of raising their kids. They've got good attitudes. They do what they're told to do, and they're athletic as well. So it's a little bit of a trifecta there. I really appreciate the parents. I really appreciate Ryan Mulvey and Southern Elite Sports, and again, another congratulations to the Southport Patriots. Wonderful job. They beat us like 34-6 the first time that we played them in the year. So to come back into that game and stick with them, and being down there, we had I think we were down 2 scores. I want to say there was less than 7 minutes to go when we were down by 2 scores. Drive down, get it to 20-12 at that point. They're driving down the field. The Patriots are driving down the field again, and then they're on our side of the field. I think it's 1st and goal, so that would be 20 yards or less to score. And we ended up getting a turnover, go down there and score, and just failed 2-point conversion. Like I said, a yard short. And then the Patriots were able to run out the clock from there. And eventually, I'll be giving out all the champions for all of the divisions there from Southern Elite Sports when Brent finds some time to get that over to me. If you
come on, Brent.
Two things. Well, it doesn't have to be today. It could be tomorrow, whenever. Or, well, it won't be tomorrow, but Monday. But 2 things. If you care about the future and you're complaining about it, get out there and coach youth sports. If you complain about this future and the generation and everything that's going on, and you're not doing nothing about it, you're wasting your breath complaining. So get out there and, you don't have to coach youth sports, but you can keep score. You can referee. There's things that you can do. So instead of complaining about it, do something about it. It's changed the way that I view life in general. It's been a huge blessing seeing the kids progress, seeing them work, seeing them buy into something that Coach Mulvey is trying to teach them. And then the second thing would be, what would the second thing be? That's the most important. The most important is if you want to see things change. And here's the other thing. We look at this. We look at what we see on social media. I know this really isn't even sports related, but we look at what we see on social media and just say, oh, this generation is doomed. Go talk to some of these kids, man.
I can't talk to a Gen Zer. So yeah. I think they're lost, but the kids you're working with, they have a chance.
Yeah.
Because of guys like Coach David Hayes and Coach Ryan Mulvey.
Maybe so
Gen Z's lost.
Gen Z's lost.
It's over. We got to
count
save
them
the
out.
kids.
Count them out. We got a lot going on in local high school basketball girls side of things. Rutherford took down Graceville last night 52-44 to keep their great season going. Bluntstown all over Port St. Joe 53-21. Marianna takes down Bethlehem 50-38. Liberty over Wakulla 54-24. North Bay Haven over Maclay 35-28. And then Walton takes down Malone 63-43. South Walton all over Navarre all over. I'm reading the other score. South Walton ekes by Navarre 42-39. Laurel Hill by 7 over Rocky Bayou 58-51. In boys high school basketball, it was Arnold over Central Christian 84-62. Rutherford beat North Bay Haven 84-25.
Wow.
Bozeman gets to their 20th win, second time for them in 3 years. They beat Poplar Springs 69-27. Get ready for that sounder again, because Bozeman is going to have a first-round bye in the district tournament, a district with 3 teams ranked inside the top 10 of Class 1A in the state. Choctaw gets an 8-point win over Bay, 70-62. Chipley beats Holmes, 67-51. Sneeds takes down Graceville, 82-72. Central over Freeport by 8, 57-49. Liberty by 10 over Wakulla, 53-43. Walton by 8 over Paxton, 54-46. Bluntstown by a touchdown over Port St. Joe, 47-40. And then Franklin beats FAMU, 69-63. And boys high school soccer last night, it was North Bay Haven taking down Walton 5-1. The Buccaneers now move to 16-3.